Hey everyone, welcome to another match of Temur Knuckleblade Midrange. Today we are playing 8-rack, match 1 of 3. Not sure what order they're going up today. Of course, make sure you cache a deck tech that I post up in the morning. Kind of explains this deck. That's how I always do it every Monday. Our opening hand is pretty good. Knuckleblade, Spell Snare, Lightning Bolt, good curve. Mana Leak now as well. We don't know what we're playing, so we're on the blind. Thoughtseize, boo. But there's a lot of Thoughtseize going around right now, so we just have to kind of accept it. Now when I see a Thoughtseize off of Umborg land, I kind of think, uh-oh, am I playing 8-rack now? And yup. That pretty much gets confirmed next turn. And I'm not happy about it. Although I have a pretty good win percentage against 8-rack still. It's a very annoying deck to play against. So we're taking it easy. We're not going to take too much damage early on. We don't have a turn 2 play anyway. So Smallpox is actually a great target for Spell Snare. That would have sucked. Next turn we're going to rush out Savage Knuckleblade and at least get that on the battlefield. Let's see how long it lasts. So they're going to get the rack next turn. Alright, well, not surprised. I just assumed they have it. Uro is a good draw, assuming they don't pick it out of our hand right now. Smallpox. Alright, well. What do I get rid of in my hand? I guess the land, although in retrospect that was a mistake. Because I kind of, as you can see, and I realize it right now because I'm pausing like an idiot. I'm like, wait, why did I get rid of Steam Vents? Like, get rid of Lightning Bolt. But, yeah, so I, unintentionally handicapped myself. Luckily, I draw another land, so I kind of recover there, but that was stupid. Next time you're in that position, get rid of Lightning Bolt, keep the land, so that you can play it, and, not be short on lands. And now, of course, we're going to draw red spells, which is exactly what our luck will dictate. But it's okay, it's okay. It is just Smallpox. It's not the end of the world. Liliana, though, that's definitely going to suck. We'll need to recover pretty soon here. That is a lucky draw. So, luck is on our side, given how poorly we dealt with that Smallpox. Now, the big issue here is, we can't just play Uro. Because it's not going to be able to attack in, and Liliana is going to mine us and make us sack it anyway. So we kind of have to wait. Kinda. Okay, so looks like here there's only so much waiting we can do. We do have enough in our graveyard to, cast Uro again. Mana Leak is fine, although it's not going to be doing much here. I feel like I wanted to concede there because I kind of was in a Liliana lock, but no, it's too premature to give up here against 8-rack. Now this is new tech. That's pretty cool. I have to give it to these 8-rack pilots. They're shifty little things, trying to find different ways to make us lose life because they discarded our hand. So I'm probably gonna play Tarmogoyf here. There's only so many times Liliana is going to be able to minus. And they're pretty much going to be forced to minus her. Yeah. Good. So we draw yet another land. Yet another land. Bobble. And here I'm keeping cards in hand for obvious reasons, right? Luckily I get to discard Mishra's Bauble and only discard one card there thanks to Wrenchmind's ability. Or condition, I should say. Either way, we're discarding everything. Now here's the thing. I can now attack in and at least kill Liliana. which is absolutely what I'm going to be doing. Because Liliana is the main issue here. It's the lock. Now, that thing I missed, Mutavault, but we get Savage Knuckleblade, which is great. I'm happy with that. Because we get to do this now. So even if Liliana minuses and kills herself off, you know, we get to choose who do we sacrifice here. So each player discards a card, that's what I thought. But that means that Liliana almost certainly will now die. Not enough death here, and we get another Uro just in time. So we're going to attack Liliana and the other dude to kind of stem the bleeding there. And we're going to play Uro number 2. Of course, we want to keep the Uro that we've escaped. Lightning Bolt's a pretty good draw. Sure. And now everything is in our favor, of course. So we're going to lose some life, but we're going to gain a bunch back, and now we're going to deal a ton of damage because we could also boost up Savage Knuckleblade. Of course we can. Our opponent's time is severely limited. And by severely, I mean next turn. It's so bad. So bad. Main board. Huge board wipe. So bad, but luckily we slow rolled that ice-fang. We get Serum Visions, so it's still game over. We have only one red source, though, to be fair, but it's fine. Their time is limited. So we'll attack in. And we'll wait. It's okay. That Mutavault's not going to do anything. So we bolt them. Yep. Alright, that's what I thought. Game 2 it is. So Veil of Summer, of course. Veil of Summer big time. A Braid as well. For sure. Decks like this, they play a bunch of artifact spells. They play Ensnaring Bridge. Definitely not something you want. Not much else we need to bring in, though. So Scred is kind of a dead card. They don't really play creatures. Force of Negation just kind of seems counterintuitive in terms of, you know, they're already causing us to discard cards, so further handicapping ourselves is not ideal. This hand is pretty darn good. For playing a deck like this, it's pretty darn good, and this is also a good example of why Temur Knuckleblade Midrange doesn't fold completely to Graveyard Hate. So we got 2 Knuckleblades in our hand right now. And they have Leyline of the Void, which essentially exiles all of our cards from our graveyard every time it hits. Which is going to suck, because our Tarmogoyfs are going to be eternally 0/1s. But at the same time, we have Savage Knuckleblade. Savage Knuckleblade doesn't really care what, you know, what's in our graveyard. So our opponent draws Smallpox, or is going to draw Smallpox, but they don't have black mana, so that's in our favor right now. We draw Huntmaster of the Fells, another card that doesn't really care about what's in the graveyard. And by it doesn't really care, I mean it doesn't care at all. So let's do this right and not misclick. Veil of Summer is pretty decent. Although I feel like I'm just gonna, at this point, our opponent has no black mana. Seems like they kept it because they heavily relied on Leyline of the Void, which is fine by me. I mean, I would too, in a way. I saw Tarmogoyf, I saw Uro. What do you want to do? You want to attack the graveyard as much as possible, but this deck is pretty resilient. It doesn't just rely on the graveyard, as you can see right here. I don't think I'm going to boost Savage. No, I'm not. Kind of want to keep some of my mana open, but realistically, what I'm probably going to do is play Huntmaster to Fells. Yep. Get some life gain and end the game pretty soon. That's my guess. So, pretty sure I played Huntmaster in all 3 matches for Knuckleblade Midrange. And I'm pretty sure the average between the 3 matches was 3 turns or 2 turns. So let's see. Let's see if that's true. This is the 3rd recording. Although I'm not sure if this is going to be the 3rd video. It might be in any order. That's turn 1. Yeah, I'm doing the math. I'm like, oh, I could boost Knuckleblade right now. Yep. Why not? And then I could bolt if I need to. Yep. And I win. There you go. That's how we took care of 8 rack. Now, they kept a greedy hand because they wanted Leyline of the Void. Little did they know that we don't really need our graveyard. We don't. We have a lot of creatures, a lot of threats that completely don't care what's there. And another good reason why this deck is pretty resilient. That's why I really like it. Savage Knuckleblade. It's a solid creature. It gets underplayed, and I understand why. But it's just a solid creature. You saw it there. It helped me win the game. An extra turn could be a big difference for, for my opponent. But we ended up dealing 2 damage, bringing it down to 3. Then we bolt him. Boom, done. And that's why I really like Savage Knuckleblade and why I wanted to share this match with you. So what did you think? Let me know in the description, in the comments section down below. Description is for something else. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy my content in general, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, whichever you prefer. If you want to support me on Patreon, check out the Patreon link in the description of this video. A big thank you to my current patrons, the growing Patreon community that I have. Thank you for your support and your feedback. It's really invaluable to me. If you're interested in becoming a patron, check out the tiers. They're pretty cool. The longer you're a patron, the more rares and mythics I send to you at the end of every year, which basically means you win a giveaway every year, guaranteed. And the longer you're a patron, the more you get. So check that out. There's a lot more to it. Check out the tiers. Thank you in advance if you are planning on supporting me and, helping the channel grow. Thanks and have a good one.